Hi everyone, I'm Stephanie and I wanted to welcome you to the best part of our Usborne Facebook party, and that is the part where I get to show you all about some of our 1800 titles that are really engaging and fun and the ones I like to use. And one thing I just want to say personally, as a teacher and as a mom, I know that I can always depend on Usborne books to not only be engaging and books that are really fostering like a love of learning for my students and my own daughter, but I also know that the time I spend with those children with these books is going to be quality time, and I'm going to have fun as well as them. And there are always books that we want to return to again and again, and what's really cool is that Usborne does this without all the power of those princesses or those explorers or those pirates that you see on TV shows and in movies, and it seems like every TV show has their own book series now. These are different and they make a difference. So hope you enjoy what you're about to see. The first thing that I want to show you is starting with, by the way, we have book titles from ages 0 to 18. I'm 31 and I enjoy some of our young adult stuff too, so don't limit yourself. If you see something that you like, please let me know what it is, because I'm always one to recommend a good book. Our Happy Baby series is really cool because it uses those contrasting colors, high contrast colors that even the youngest little roly-poly child can appreciate. Very visual, very durable. There are 4 titles in this box set. We have animals, going out, faces, and babies. And even my 3-year-old likes these because the text pairs directly with the picture, so she can read the words and know what she is reading, because the picture is so explicitly showing her what the text says. Plus she thinks babies are silly. So this box set is $7.99 and very durable, as I said, for those little ones. The next thing I wanted to show you is my first word book. This comes in a couple of different versions in the Usborne catalog. Some of them, for example, have some flaps, like with a picture on top and the word underneath. And all their titles vary a little bit, but this is my first word book. Very simple text. Picture of a koala shows, and it says koala. Picture of an elephant, it says elephant. So your little learner is not going to have a hard time understanding what they're learning and practicing with this book. And the pictures are really cute and colorful. There's not too much on the page. It's all laid out in a very linear way, so it's not going to be overwhelming to a little one who's just getting used to reading. And this is neat because it says I can, and then you can say, okay, point to I can play, and then they can use those little eyes of theirs to try to find the word that looks like it might say play, and use the picture for help. So that's even starting those sentence structure practice at a very young age. This is durable as well, board book style, $9.99. There's another first picture book for math. I'd say this is kindergarten or first grade. Excuse my cough. So for those little ones, you can count the baskets 1, 2, 3, 4, or you can actually do what the text asks you to do, which basket has the most fruit in it, and talk about how you know that that's the right answer or not. So there's activities as well as visuals and counting. That one again, very durable, board book style, $11.99. Moving on to a couple of the picture books in the Usborne collection. There's a mouse about the house. This is really fun because it has a little manipulative guy here. This mouse, it says, I'm the mouse about the house. Sorry if I'm putting that right in your face there. This webcam's a little difficult to gauge. Anyway, what's neat about this mouse about the house is it's a little bit longer of a book, so right away that draws the attention of a young reader, because it's a different shape than they're used to. There's a slot right in the front, and there he is when you open up the book. A hungry mouse came out one night to look for food. And then it just goes on like a silly journey through all the rooms in the house, and your little one gets to follow the dotted line with the mouse. And then he goes into the slot in the floor. He goes under the bed. All those different places that this little guy ends up. Very engaging. There's some flaps in here. Mouse ran up the clock. There's kind of a cute play on words with that. There's a couple other titles like this. This is $10.99. There's a squirrel one too that's worth taking a look at. Bob is a unicorn. See, the whole book goes along and saying, you're not a unicorn. I can't tell what you are. But Bob, this very misled elephant, goes through each page, which there's a plush of him that you can get as well. He goes through each page and just says, can you tell what I am? And everybody's, I'm very busy, or you're too silly, Bob. So what's neat is there's lots of characters, lots of names, and the text is a different color every time someone speaks, which is really good for teaching your kids about dialogue and how it happens. Still very simple text. Margot, you can tell what I am, right? So not too big of words or long words for a young reader. Just very simple illustrations that are appealing to young ones. Big Book of Things to Spot is one of the best activity books I can recommend to you from the Usborne line. You have everything from being in the town park with all that detail, and what's neat is, see, it doesn't just want you to find a kite in the sky, it wants you to find 2 kites, 3 swings, 9 ducklings. Okay, there's really difficult ones, there's a range, historical looking wagon trains in the swamp. So there's everything from like swamps and farms to old time pictures of towns and artist gardens and things like that. And what's really neat is as soon as you think you're done with something, you'll come to a section, like the end of a section, that gives you more activities to do with each picture. So what's really cool about this, even with centers as a teacher, is you can overlay like a vellum or a transparency sheet from like a photo album and have the kids circle what they find with a dry erase marker, and it conserves your page underneath to have a transparency. $12.99. This is great for Grandma's house. This is great to keep in your church bag or your in the car bag. These 2 wipe clean books, Ready for Writing and 1, 2, 3. There's a whole bunch more in this series too. There's like clocks and math and all kinds of different things. But these are really great for centers if you're a teacher of young children, if you're a grandma or grandpa of young children, if you're a mom of young children. These are great because you can sit down with them, or they can do it on their own, honestly. But it's really fun to just sit down with them. As you can see, my daughter got into this one earlier. Tracing those curved lines, learning how to write each number with the dotted lines, counting the sets of things on the page that corresponds to the number. So 3 toboggans, 3 trees on the 3 page, 3 snowmen with 3 buttons each. I believe this little mouse guy is on every page. Ready for Writing. This was good for my daughter to start learning how to write her letters, because she was recognizing all the letters, but she wasn't loving doing all those fine motor things that it demands that you do for writing letters. So there was that. Patterns and color by numbers. What I love about the patterns book is that it's fine motor practice with coloring, but it's still fostering creativity because you can finish the patterns any way that you want. They start them for you with a background color or whatever, and then you can decide how to finish. So that's for creativity, perfect for church, perfect for the car. Color by numbers is still creative and still fine motor skills, which means the little movements of coloring. But what's good about it is that it requires you to follow directions. So you're not constantly getting to just choose how to do the picture and scribble all over the way maybe some young ones want to. You actually have a color code to follow. So that's $5.99. This one's $6.99. Those writing books, by the way, the wipe-off ones, are $7.99 each. Or I believe you can get them in a set for $42.99 for like 7 books, which is awesome. Sticker books, I can't say enough about. This is the Dollhouse one. I've had my daughter ask me if she can have permission to use this because I love it so much. She thinks it's mine, but we do it together. And as you can see, tons of details, over 100 stickers in all of these sticker activity books. Lots of dollhouse pages to just fill with very detailed illustrations. Rescue missions. This one I probably posted a video on the event page earlier in the week. You not only learn about what rescue workers do, you also learn about their safety equipment and all of the effort that they have to put into gearing up to do rescue missions. Billy B. Brown is one of our easy chapter books for those 1st or 2nd grade readers that love taking books from school to home and sharing with their friends. Very easy, very silly, not intimidating. It's $4.99 a piece, or you can buy the series. There's a boy series too called Hey Jack, which is really funny. Our nonfiction is absolutely breathtaking. The photos are very vibrant, very clear. We have internet links, which is really cool because you're not just going to say go Google sharks since you like that book, because they give you, Usborne has taken the time to come up with the appropriate websites to send young learners to that will directly reinforce the concepts in this book. So internet links are posted right in the nonfiction. This is hardback, reinforced, $8.99. There's sharks, there's animals, there's any subject that you can think of. History, Shakespeare. Last thing I want to tell you about is our young adult series called The Last 13. It's kind of in the vein of The Hunger Games or The Giver, if you like those series and you're looking for a new series to get into like I was. As you can see, my bookmark's in here because I'm halfway through finished reading this right now. It's about a boy named Sam whose dreams start to come true and predict the future, and he finds himself in an adventure basically to save the world. So I'll let you know how it turns out, but if that sounds like something you're interested in, I really do recommend this. $10.99 for this hardback. You can also buy the whole series as a collection in the catalog. And the last thing I wanted to mention is a good website to direct your young reader to is Teach Your Monster to Read. It's a fully funded website run by Usborne Foundation, and it's completely free. All you need is an email address to sign up and log in, and your little monster can practice their reading skills, phonics skills, all kinds of things just right there in a really highly engaging game. Little monsters that are not scary but just silly and fun, and again, it's something highly engaging, fosters the love of literacy, and does it all with its own set of characters. Nothing from TV, nothing that they've seen before. So I hope that you have found some favorites, and I encourage you to ask questions and let me know what you want to hear more about. And I'll be posting the link to shop in just a few minutes. Thank you.